Hi there, this video is about the Brazil case of Ricardo Jones, the gynecologist obstetrician who's been jailed for 14 years, and his wife and midwife, Cesar, who's been sentenced to 11 years but is not currently in jail. Their son is working on the case. There's many people in Brazil and around the world. I'm proposing a letter to the International Criminal Court to say this is a crime against humanity. There are preventable deaths of mothers and babies in every country. It's particularly bad in Brazil, and with sentences like this and the criminal case, sometimes there's a criminal case for manslaughter. In this case, they've said there was malicious intent to kill the baby, and therefore it's murder. How on earth a jury convicted on this basis? They were directed and misdirected and given wrong evidence and evidence held back from them. For example, there were 5 medical expert witnesses who gave evidence and it was ignored by the court. This reminds me of the case in England of Lucy Letby, the neonatal nurse who's currently serving multiple life jail sentences when there's no evidence of any baby ever being harmed at all and no evidence that she caused any harm. I've written a book about that shows about wrongdoing in these offices by the court, by the judiciary, that cause wrongful convictions. So wrongful convictions happen because there's wrongs done by individuals. In the case in Brazil, the judge is the main wrongdoer and judges are protected. You cannot challenge them very easily. So yes, they can take an appeal. It takes time. In this case, in some cases, it will cost money for lawyers. Sometimes the lawyers work pro bono for free. In this case, it will take hopefully a short time, and during the appeal time, Ricardo Jones could be released on home detention, perhaps. Now, the ICC could investigate, and it's up to us to write statements and complaints. We could also write to the United Nations Committee on Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW, so UN CEDAW. Both these organisations are usually waiting for the conclusion of a case. So if there's an appeal pending, they may wait for that. I think it's important to act now. That's why I'm sending the letters, and I invite people also to write witness statements as well as a complaint. If you have an objective or a subjective witness statement, objective is generally there's a right to private and family life. It includes how and where to birth and who with. If you want to simply write your assertion with that, sign and date it with who you are. If you're with an organisation or not, doesn't matter. Just put the details. Hopefully a 1-page, 2-page maximum statement would be useful. I'm happy to collate these and present them, or you can do it yourself. The subjective statement